This time, it just feels different. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video of Sports Talk Buffalo. Before we go any further, remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. I have seen tremendous growth over the last 2 or 3 months, and for that, I thank you guys. Also, remember to check out my Teespring store. The link is in the description below. You guys can get some cool merch like the shirt I am currently wearing. With that said, let's jump into things. The Sabres season ended a little bit more than a week ago, and they missed the playoffs for an NHL record 11th straight season. However, over the last 2 months, the Buffalo Sabres have played their way to a 16-9-3 record. And to put that into context, over an 82-game season, that would give the Buffalo Sabres a record of 47-26-9 for 103 points, which would have been good enough to get them into a wild card spot in the NHL playoffs. The way that Buffalo played to end the season in the last 2 months, the last 28 games of the season, gave all Buffalo Sabres fans hope heading into the offseason that this team was finally headed in the right direction. The feeling as the season ended was not like many of the other seasons of dread and despair. It was of happiness and excitement and a feeling of we can't wait until next season, because that is what has been instilled in us from the Buffalo Sabres over the last 2 months as they've played tremendous hockey. And that is from both fans and players alike, as all of the players have stated they did not want the season to end. They wanted to keep playing, and they thought that they were just starting to hit their stride and that they cannot wait for next season. I believe that the Buffalo Sabres are finally building a winner, not just on the ice, but also in the locker room. And I think a lot of the credit for the team's success has to go to head coach Don Granato, as he has been the perfect head coach for this young Buffalo Sabres team. He seems to have a very good ability to be able to put each individual player in the best possible position to succeed. And as he has done that, the team itself has begun to learn how to succeed in whole. He also gives players the confidence to be who they are, to be themselves, which has resurrected careers for guys like Kyle Okposo and Jeff Skinner, and which has also allowed guys like Rasmus Dahlin and Tage Thompson to begin to fully understand and realize their potential at the NHL level. Now let's revisit my bold prediction at the beginning of the season. I predicted that the Buffalo Sabres would go 33-40-9 and end the season with 75 points. And if you don't believe me, there's going to be a video link up there so you guys can click on it and see my bold prediction at the beginning of the season. The Sabres finished 33-38-11 for 75 points, which means I was almost spot on my bold prediction in the offseason heading into this season. Thank you. I also predicted that Dylan Cousins would take a step forward for the Buffalo Sabres, and I predicted that he would have 40 to 45 points, and he finished the season with 38 points. I also predicted that Jeff Skinner would have a bounce-back season, which he did. However, I didn't have any idea that Jeff Skinner would absolutely blow my prediction out of the water with his play this season. He was simply incredible all season long. As I predicted, Skinner would have 21 goals and 40 points for a pretty solid bounce-back season. However, Skinner tied his career high for a fourth time with 63 points. scoring 33 goals and having 30 assists. The one prediction that nobody on this planet could have predicted was the absolutely incredible breakout play of Tage Thompson. Before this season, Tage Thompson looked like a fringe NHL player, and he absolutely exploded on the scene for the Buffalo Sabres, scoring 38 goals, 30 assists for 68 points, and leading the Buffalo Sabres in points and goals this past season. Now let's go to my end of the season awards for the Sabres. Of course, my breakout player of the year is somebody I just talked about, which is Tage Thompson, as he had nearly 40 goals this season, and he is knocking on the door to superstardom. Again, something none of us saw coming, but all of us will willingly accept because he has been just an absolute revelation for this Buffalo Sabres team. Now, my bounce back player of the year goes to Jeff Skinner. He scored less than half of the points that he scored the last 2 seasons. If you add up both of his last 2 seasons under Ralph Kruger and his season this season, he almost scored double the amount of points he did this season than he did the previous 2 combined. Jeff Skinner had been absolutely incredible, and I think something else that is being undersold is his ability to get the team engaged. Jeff Skinner, with his chirping, with his physical play, with his pesty style, going to the dirty, gritty areas, get his team emotionally involved into games, which helps them compete, helps a young team compete on nights where maybe they're not necessarily feeling it, and that was a huge boost for the Sabres team as a whole. Now, my best leader award, of course, has to be split between 2 players in Kyle Okposo and Alex Tuch, as they have both started to lay the groundwork for creating a real winning culture in Buffalo, something we have not seen in over a decade with this Sabres team. And last but not least, my MVP of this season has to go to the Buffalo Sabres announcer Rick Jeanneret, as he finishes a historic 51-year career, all of them with our beloved Buffalo Sabres. He has been there for all of the highs and the lows, and it is very fitting that he gets to walk away from his legendary career calling an overtime winner for the Buffalo Sabres as Casey Mittelstadt slammed one home in the final game of the season and his final game behind the microphone. Thank you, Rick Jeanneret, for everything you have done for the Buffalo Sabres and myself. That's going to do it for this episode of Sports Talk Buffalo, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. I talk Bills, Sabres, and UB Bulls, men's basketball and football right here on this page. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic week.